Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Vanessa Guyton, and I am the founder and executive director of Hush No More. Hush No More supports survivors when we come forward to share our story, to look for resources, just to have somebody to talk to because we're always here to listen. And we also provide training in the community. We provide training to churches, youth groups, different organizations, because we believe that providing awareness plus knowledge equals prevention. And so that's our goal here. So tonight, this is Hush No More Champions. And who we have in which I'm going to call the studio today with me, is Dantriell, right? And Tarian. They are relationship experts. And we're going to talk about healthy relationships and sex after trauma. This is one of those conversations that we don't talk about enough. But I have so many people that experience this. Like, I can't tell you all how many people messaged me and said, I'm really excited about your show because this is happening, in my relationship. And so I know it's happening. It happened to me. And so it's not something that we really talk about. And how can you go into a relationship and it's not healthy, right? It's not healthy at all. You haven't gotten over the trauma and everything that happened in your past relationship. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So tell me a little about each of you.
Let me go first.
Sure.
Okay.
Ladies first. Let's go.
I'm Tarian, and I'm a professional dancer living in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am from Jacksonville, Florida originally, but I have been in Vegas for about the last 3 years, where I have been dancing professionally, and I met Dantriell here out in Las Vegas.
Yeah, my name is Dantriell. Like she said, I am a Chicago native. I moved out here about 6 years ago. I'm also a professional dancer, choreographer, and creative director. And so that's me. That's what I do.
So what's funny is that I respect your profession because I cannot dance. I'm a Florida girl, so that's why I fell in love with you. And I have no rhythm, like I have none whatsoever. So I'm just so amazed at the work that you all do and how you get a show going. And I've been following you since we all connected. I've been following your work, and so I am truly impressed with both of you. So I am excited to talk to you tonight. So Tarian, I want to get your perspective of the type of trauma that you had. And I really don't want you to go deep into it because you're coming back to share your story on April the 6th. So I'm excited about that. But I do want to start the conversation off talking about what was your trauma experience so that people can get an idea of where you're coming from and how it affected your relationship.
Okay. Well, like you said, long story short, I was sexually abused at a very young age, for a long while. And once it all kind of like almost came out, I got quiet and I didn't talk to anyone about it. I didn't tell anyone what had happened to me, who had done what they did to me, any of that. And I just being 14 at that time, I pushed it to the back of my mind and I said, I don't want to talk about this anymore because I want to move on. I want to move on with my life, and I want to be young and go to high school and have friends and do the thing. Not realizing that what had happened to me was always going to be there. It was always going to be that thing. And I didn't realize until Dantriell and I started dating that it had affected previous relationships, and that is now affecting the one that I'm in. So if it wasn't for Dantriell bringing awareness to me, saying like, hey babe, like when we have sex or when we're intimate, you don't look me in the eyes, or you don't do certain things to know that we're connected. He just flat out asked me like, what's going on? What has happened to you? And for him seeing that in me, I had no choice but to finally be like, this happened. Yeah, like I had to tell him my story, and I think for this is where it begins for us. Yeah, with the abuse.
And so, was it easy for you to just tell him?
No, because he mentioned it a couple of times before.
I had to get it out of her. It was a process for sure. Like just recognizing what's going on and then going, is it okay to talk? It's almost like you playing double dutch. You know, because you don't know if what's gonna trigger her to have a memory or episode, whatever. So I had to like be, kind of tread water. Like I was like,
right
now. Then sometimes you just gotta go for it and be like, you know what, I love us enough to be like, whatever, you gonna throw at me, but I just need to know what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of what it was.
And so it was like either the second or third time he had asked. I think it was the third time. And he was just like, he was kind of like, he put his foot down. Like, look, I know something is happening.
Right.
And we're going to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? And so I couldn't keep up my wall no more. I couldn't keep up the facade of, I'm okay. Everything's okay. Nothing's happened to me. I just was like,
I think that is
let it go.
Yeah, you did let it go. And I appreciate you for sharing that with me. And then when she did share it, I didn't take it lightly. I decided to do research and to dive into it. And I think when I realized it, as we were having sex, and it was, if we could get to a little adult, it was like from like us doing a doggy style, and she would not look at me, or it was like she was just waiting for it to be over. And that just felt so disconnected to me, and I love being connected to my partner. So I was like, that can't happen. And then I was also noticing she didn't breathe at all.
But she was holding her breath.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah. And then like after we get done, she'd take these deep breaths. She'd be like winded, and I'd be like, what is going on? And she was like literally holding her breath, like, and I think it was her accessing her like what she did to create safety for herself. I was like, I gotta hold my breath. I just wait till it's over. When it's over, I can get up, leave. I don't have to think about it no more. Move on, do something else. And so that's not how you have enjoyable and great sexual connections. So I take it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what else did you notice while having sex with her? What was some of the other signs besides not breathing and not connecting with you? Like, what does that really look like for you and her?
It was scary, to be honest. Like seeing someone who's suffering for something that I can't really feel with her. But then like also it's strange. Like if I was to go to kiss her on her neck, she would have a moment, but she wouldn't be able to express it because she didn't know what was going on, or she didn't know how to express what was going on. So then I felt like she didn't want me to do the thing, or she didn't like me. And then she had to tell me that she does love me. And then I have to be like, well, are you sure that's not what your actions showed? So it was just like finding the grace around talking to each other about it. It was really important, I think. But the other things that I noticed that were signs were like, we would be at photo shoots. We did a video shoot together. And there was a part where I had to lead her on the couch, and remember I had to like bend you over or whatever, because it was just a part of the choreography. And she said, I can't do this. She like stopped and was like, I can't do this. And she got on, and I was like, we're in front of people. And so in my mind, I'm like, we have to do a professional gig right now. And she's having a moment. So it was like, how do you handle that with grace? So it's like, for me, it was like, I'm feeling the career. I'm like, this is our career. We do this, you're professional. And she's like, I can't do this right now. And I'm like, oh. So I have to like pick up on certain signs and signals. So I, when she's triggered, especially in public or things like that. And so it's just being aware and having that consciousness to know your partner and be like, this is happening right now. Okay. We need to talk about this immediately afterwards, and don't let it pass. Don't let the fire get big. Yeah. Put out the small fire as soon as it happens. So that was always my training. And so I brought that to, this trauma, this abuse trauma that she had. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are there any like certain touches or certain positions besides you said the doggy style? Are there other positions that are difficult for you too that you had to work through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to elaborate on what he talked about, kissing my neck. Sometimes he can't even breathe on my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if he's on top of me and he moves his head over here, I'll sometimes move his head back to face me, because just even the breath, it triggers. And that's just because of my abuse, because he was so close to me and he lived in this area. And it's strange because it doesn't happen every time he kisses my neck or every time he breathes on me or every time he touches me. So it's almost like we go for so long and maybe it doesn't happen. And so we feel like, I feel good. I'm like, oh, I haven't been triggered in a while. We're great. And then he'll go and touch me and I'll be like I'll freak out. And I'm like, oh, it's still there. You know, it's something that it's a continuous thing and it's a continuous conversation. Yeah. And I've just learned that when I am having a trigger, that we usually work through it and talk about it. Mm-hmm. So in the past, when we first started, we would stop having sex or stop whatever the action was.
Just to make sure that we're okay. We're both connected. And then sometimes we wouldn't continue. We would just have a conversation and have pillow talk afterwards, because that's kind of what she's used to having happen, right? Like when you get abused, the abuser doesn't stop at your convenience. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, so stopping when you recognize it's happening is very important. And also, like, even if sometimes as a man it's hard because you like, you know, you want to be visceral about the situation and keep going, and you in it, and then you have to actually cut off from your, you know, that visceral side of you as a man and pay attention to your partner, and that's also create problems too. Like for myself, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I have to figure out now how to be, you know, I can't be how I was. I can't treat her how I've been with other women who don't have abuse and trauma like this. So it's figuring that out and being patient with it.
Yeah. I think it takes a lot of patience. This is not something that you could just run through, right? It takes patience. I think a lot of times we have relationships and the other partner does not have the patience or the love for us to stay and stick through it. So it takes patience and love and concern to really go through this cycle.
And like I've been through a lot of like leadership training and coaching myself and just a lot of therapy myself before I was with her. And so I had a lot of skills there. And so when I picked up the signals, I just tried to insert the skills that I already had. And so that's created a new way of us being together, and which I'm excited to share with everyone else. Like I have like little tips and tricks, like in games to play, you know, that creates intimacy, connected intimacy. That's what you want to create with somebody who has trauma. It's connected intimacy, not, you know, because you try to be intimate with someone and you're disconnected from what's going on with them, then that creates more problems. Like I remember sometimes like at a house party, she would avoid groups of men or men, in particular men, actually, because she didn't want to have to explain what was going on with her. And then I started to realize that, and I was like, well, we can't keep running, you know, we gotta go over there and say, this is what's up, because then that makes the other person feel like, well, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Because they don't know that you've been abused or have gone through something. So if you start to avoid situations or people or your parents or whoever it is, because you have trauma, then you create more trauma. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to notice it and then try to like face the music. You know what I mean? And luckily we have each other to support each other through that. So we both are facing music in different ways.
At the same time.
So
at the same time. So for you, you've created a healthy relationship through your tricks. So you say you got some tricks and tips. So what do those tips and tricks look like? Because I am sure that my audience wants to know these tips. Because you got her smiling, like she keep a glow on her face, right? So I need to know what you are doing to make this sister glow.
A lot of work. No, it's great. I think that one of the things is people have to stop looking at it as such a big challenge and this big thing, because you know that's the first thing. That's one of my tips or tricks is like I don't look at it as a situation or a problem. I look at it as an opportunity to get to love my partner better. It's an opportunity. Each time something comes up that's difficult for you both, it's an opportunity to explore, and through exploring, you discover what works. You know what I mean? So you have to be brave enough to explore and actually brave enough to share your true feelings about whatever it is. Because can I share the goofy thing? Like, okay, I'm gonna share it anyway.
That's why we're
like,
here.
Yeah. Like, so look, and that's also being aware, like, oh, can I talk about this with this person? You know, asking permission. That's a huge thing. She likes goofy things sexually, and I am normally like a straightforward,
macho, fine,
sexy, that kind of person. And she like goofy stuff. She like when I'm goofy, and when I'm goofy, that don't necessarily turn me on, or I'm not used to being turned on in that way. So now I'm like, well, what kind of goofy shit do you like? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, so let me try some other goofy stuff. She's like, nah, that's not it. That don't work. So there's like fun in the exploring and finding out and discovering, you know, what works for you both sexually. The other thing, that's one of those things. So.
Okay. So the goofy. So you're still trying to figure out how to be goofy for her.
Every day. Literally last night at 1:00 in the morning, we had a conversation about sex, and we had a conversation about him being goofy and how he's normally so, you know.
But you had a realization that.
Yeah, he had brought it to my attention. He was like, "You like goofy stuff," and I was like, "I do," and I think that's just because since I was 11 years old, I was overly sexualized.
Right.
Since that age. So sometimes the sexy macho man, I mean, it's hot. I love it. And I'm glad that he can do it. But like him just being goofy and regular in himself is more of a turn off for me because it's not so sexually aggressive and like in your face, you know, like, so I get turned on when he doing something silly, or he just like, ooh, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's hot, you know, like versus.
But then I'm like, it's hot, really? Like,
yeah, I'm like, I'm really enjoying it.
I'm like, then how do I stay goofy and then get turned on at the same time? Like, I don't know how to do it.
So it's just, we talked about it last night, and it's always a continuous conversation. And I think that's the best thing I can tell others that are listening, that you can't just have, we couldn't have just had that one conversation that day where I told him my story and that been the end of it.
Yeah.
It is literally an every day and every week, a constant communication, a constant conversation about, not necessarily about the abuse, but how we can move past certain things.
Yeah, exactly.
And learning each other, and him learning me, and having to realize, oh, I'm not like other women that he has been with. Yeah. So he can't approach me the same way. Yeah. So figuring out his approach, and even me figuring out, I'm 28 years old and I didn't know what I liked sexually.
Right. So this is a whole new ball game for you.
Ball game.
But then it's new, so it's
fun. Yeah. So and honestly, at first we would have these conversations like first thing in the morning or something, and I would just be like, like I would beat myself up about it because I'm like, oh, he's gonna leave me because he's gonna want to be with somebody else who can give him all these, sexual things. And
I think that's also important to talk about tips and tricks if we're on that. Is that don't let the emotion of it stop you from doing the work. Don't let that, oh, it's going to be hard this morning. Oh, if I tell her this, I don't know if she's going to want to have sex no more. I haven't had sex. And sometimes we wouldn't have sex for 3 weeks, you know, and it would just be because of like, we're just not in the space, or she's feeling away, or I'm now feeling away because we haven't done it. You know what I mean? So like, I get irritated, you know what I mean? So I'm human, and I mess up all the time. And sometimes I'm like, I can't do this no more. I got to go for a walk, you know, and come back and be like, okay, can we talk at least have pillow talk, at least, you know, meditate. I did find out one of the things that did lead to us having better sex was meditating together. Mm-hmm. Meditation, like next to each other, like you lay next to each other, your head is on opposite sides. And so you're kind of in your own space, but you hold hands, right? You hold hands while you do it. And you just do a guided meditation. Maybe it's your favorite guide, you know, on YouTube or whatever, or you play some music and you meditate, and then you let it empty. You let everything kind of just go away, and then all you can kind of feel is like the sexual and sensual connection between the person that's with you, and then you can take that energy and use it in the lovemaking, and that's proven to be really powerful for us going through.
So when you say opposite ends, so like one head is at the foot and one is at the top, or
my head is down there.
Yeah. So our feet are near each other. I can see his feet, you know. Just so it's like he said, you have your own space. So you're still meditating within yourself and he's still meditating within himself, but we are connected in a way. We were holding hands, and I just remember that particular moment. Like I did feel closer to him because I could feel his breathing. He could feel my breathing. And there was like we weren't thinking about all of the things.
Yeah.
See, a lot of the times for me, my mind gets in the way. It's like my body's telling me, yeah, we're ready to do the thing. But then my mind's like, well, what if I do it wrong? Or what if this? Or what if, what if the trauma comes back up? Or if I have a flashback? But when you're meditating, you empty your mind. You slow down your breathing. You're more in tune. You're out of your head and into your body.
Yeah, and you can feel what feels good more.
Yeah.
Like whatever that feeling that feels good to be with your person, you feel it more. You're more connected to it. And so now when we start to kiss and start to hug, it's so authentic. It's so authentic. It's so like pure, because you're not coming from another space or have to like block out this time she did this thing to you or the time that I messed up. You don't have to block out whatever the mess you guys have in your relationship because it's kind of not there. So you can just have love from that space, and it's really beautiful. So.
I love that, love from that space. So I have been doing more meditation, and it truly has helped me just overall in my trauma. And so I think that's a really good technique to do together as a couple. I really would like for people to try that. That is a really good tip.
Yeah, I think that they should, because it clears your mind out, and then you're connected with your partner, and you can feel that connection. None of the other foolishness is going on. You two in a space quietly feeling into each other's bodies and feeling into your own body. So I have been meditating even on my own, just because my brain is always all over the place. So I just have been like, let me meditate. So it's even better when he comes and he meditates with me. And so we're like on the same page,
Yeah. Have you all tried to pray together? I wonder how it's like to be able to pray in that moment before you have it. Is that something that y'all try, or you just do meditation?
We just meditate.
I think it just depends on like what motivates you spiritually. We're motivated spiritually by being spiritual, not necessarily religious. So praying would look like she shadows me, and we kind of put our heads, our third eyes together so we can see each other clearly and feel each other clearly, and then we breathe together, and then maybe we open our eyes and we say one thing that we love about that person, that you were thinking in your head, we say it out loud with this joy in your face, So that's something that's spiritual connecting. I feel like when you pray, you're adding another entity, that's God or Jehovah, Allah, whoever your God is. If you two aren't connected with that God at the same level, then that kind of gets in the way of the connection. So if you guys have different religions, this is a better thing for you. If you have the same religion, then I would say pray, because it's the same thing as meditating before. It's whatever spiritually motivates you two as a couple. You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah. So for physical touch, is that a good one for you all? Like, how does your physical touch come from, like that meditation?
Oh,
you were saying something about touching the heart, remember?
Yeah, we do this thing where you kind of like, so we just kind of put our hands on each other's heart.
So we can feel each other.
You can feel, and I think the goal of that is to try to like feel the heartbeat of the person, like really like block all the noise and all the whatever, and like feel the heartbeat in your hand. You know what I mean? That's kind of what my goal is. So that's kind of what I think. I'm like, where is it? And I find it, and then I just kind of like live in that space, and then I create
in the space of our heart.
Yeah, and he just kind of goes like,
and I kind of like massage the heart. Massaging the heart is really good. I'm a massage therapist too, so I do like I like to massage things that we normally don't get massaged. Like who just goes around and massages your heart? Like most people don't think to do that, So I think it's something that's beautiful that you can do as a couple, just like whenever you want to feel closeness, maybe you don't have the words, you can do it with the physical touch. You can just like put the hand on your heart and then look at the person and be like, hey, I'm ready, or hey, I need to talk, or hey, whatever. And you can kind of like, that's that telepath of, in being in a relationship, you can kind of telepathically tell the person like, I need this thing, I have a need, and I need you right now.
And a lot of the times we talked about earlier, we breathe together. Yeah. So not even just necessarily laying down and meditating and going through that, but like if we're out somewhere and something is happening, I can grab him and I'm like, babe, can we breathe together?
Yeah.
And we just come face to face and we take 3 or 4 deep breaths together. And then from there, we're like, all right, I feel ready to conquer whatever it is that we're about to do. And there's ways that we can do, like I said, when we're outside or not just meditating, laying down at the house.
Yeah, because like it creates a new moment. I always look at it as like, I call this like a dog theory. Like dogs do this really well. If you tell them no, they'll walk away. Then they'll come back as happy as can be. Like, oh, it's a new moment. It's a new moment. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, can we? What about now? And so it's like if you can create that in a relationship, especially when you have, a lot of fires or turmoil or situations that come up. If you can take that moment and create a new happy moment in the moment, it's you open up possibilities for whatever you're trying to accomplish with each other. So especially when you're about to argue. Yes, like when you're about to argue, you can catch it right before it's about to happen. Like, baby, can we breathe? Yes, we can. Okay, we breathe and be like, okay, this is what I was feeling. Because you come from a different space. Because you really, when you arguing with somebody, you want to just be heard. That's pretty much. And you want somebody to hear you to the end of your logic or whatever you got going on. But maybe that person ain't in a space to hear you. So did you even ask if you could talk, vent to this person? Like sometimes you need to ask permission. Like, hey, are you in a good space to talk right now? It's going to be kind of deep. And she could be like, no, give me 20 minutes or give me a day. Okay, let's set a date and a time and then make it happen. You know what I mean? So then that person who has something to say has something to look forward towards. And this person has time to register and be in the space where they can receive you.
Do you think you should go more than a day?
I guess
before you get ready to have that conversation. Like how long do you think a couple should say?
I don't think it should be longer than
a day or two.
Because you want to nip it in the bud as soon as you can.
Especially if it's something that they're doing that's kind of irritating you. Because then they're going to keep doing that thing because they don't know that they're doing a thing that's irritating. So if you don't nip it in the bud early enough, then, 8 months from now, when I should have said this thing to you, now I'm like massively blowing up at you at the dishes and the sponge or whatever it is. That's my favorite one. We got into argument about sponge one day because he used the sponge from the kitchen in the bathroom.
You going to tell us that?
I am. Real quick. And I could have not said anything. I could have been like, just let Dantriell use, and then I would have been irritated. Every time he would have used the sponge in the bathroom from the kitchen, I would have been irritated. And then one day I would have broke some dishes and been like, why in the hell can't you just use the sponge that's in the bathroom for the bathroom and the one in the kitchen for the kitchen? You know what I'm saying? And so
sponge is a sponge.
No. I'll get that out the way.
Yeah. So
I like that you are being transparent and honest. So you're not sitting here acting like you don't have arguments or that you don't have those difficult conversations, because relationships have these difficult conversations, but you figuring out a way to navigate difficult conversations.
And it looks different for everybody. So don't think that one way it ain't all one way. But the fun or the joy in it could be in the creative process of creating like the games. And then like if you get coaches like us, to help coach you through it, or like yourself, it's easier because, even Olympic athletes have coaches. You know what I mean? They're like the best athletes in the world, but they have a coach. You know what I mean? Because they need motivation as well. So don't think that you don't need nobody or y'all don't need nobody or we can do it ourselves and all that. It's like I talk to my friends all the time about our relationship, and so it's just knowing what works for you and then trying things. Don't be afraid to take risks. I took a lot of risks. Sometimes I'll do something, I'm like, oh, that didn't work. Got it.
You'd be like, not that last night he was trying to be goofy. I was like, not that kind of goofy.
Right, yeah. I was
I like that. That wasn't the goofy that was gonna turn me on. So I think I just tell people to keep trying. I feel like we all get caught.
Goofy from Disney, maybe?
No.
Definitely not him.
No, I used to work at Disney, not a fan. Just keep trying and keep playing around with it and keep wanting to feel into your partner. I think sometimes we get caught up in our mind of, well, this is about me, because I could be very selfish in this situation and be like, well, I was the one that was abused, so therefore you have to cater everything to me because I'm the one that got the issue. But at the end of the day, we're two people, and Dantriell has needs just as well as I have needs. And so compromising on things and understanding that it's a give and take. I have to give him some, he has to give me some, and we have to take both ways.
Sometimes we give each other some, and it's great.
Right, and it works out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think, and every day it looks different, and every day it's new. And maybe if we had this conversation in a year or two from now, some of those tips and tricks that we did use might not work for us anymore, and we might evolve. We might be doing different things. I don't know what that looks like, but
anyway, yeah. So
good. So Tarian, I want to know: do you think being in a healthy relationship has helped you with your trauma?
Tremendously. Not to say nothing to my exes; they're great people. No, not all of them. Well, a couple of them are great, and we're still friends and love them to this day. And I'm a young woman, and so I just always felt like I had to do a thing to get the man and keep the man. And Dantriell showed me otherwise. He kind of took that veil off, like, no, I really am here for you. I really want these things for you. I want you to heal. And I could have been ignorant to what it was and been like, no, I have no problems. We're good. But I knew by the third time that he had asked me, if I don't do something to start my healing process, that I wouldn't have the man that I have next to me. I had to put my pride to the side and be like, it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to heal. And, he was like, maybe you should go to therapy. And I played around with that. And then I finally did. And it's been a year that I've been in therapy, and I love my therapist. And I don't think without Dantriell, I feel like at some point I would have gone through this process.
Right.
But I do feel like he helped through it. Like, I don't know how well I would have done by myself. Like, I would have done it, but would it have looked like this? Would I have been on this podcast
I think it just would have been a slower process. I don't think that, because I'm sure there's people who have been abused who are by themselves. And to those people, I would say, like, just start talking. You know what I mean? Just whoever the closest person is to you, just be honest with them. Sometimes being honest with a stranger is the best thing you can do, because like they don't have any preconceived notion about who you are. They're not going to judge you. Sometimes you want to talk to your parents about it, but they probably the wrong people to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, you probably need to talk to somebody else who's going to
always say, call us. Like, if you just need to talk about it.
Yes.
It's hard to find the right person to talk to, because you would think that people don't judge, but people do, right? I talk to two communities all the time about not judging people, being gentle with people, trying to be understanding where they are. And so it is hard. It's hard to talk to your parents sometimes, or to your family, and decide if you want to move forward, and how does that look? And so I agree. It's difficult. But you do have to talk about it. That's why we say hush no more. You have to start admitting that there's a problem, that there's something going on, before you can fix it.
Yeah.
And I would also like to add to that and say that don't let family dynamics stop you from speaking. Whatever your family dynamic is, whether it be like religious based, or just like you got a strong Black family, or family who's like, what about the name? And whatever that is, like, you can't stop them. You can't let them stop you from completing your journey. You have to be brave and take risks, and either find a coach, or a therapist, someone who you can confide in and put your trust in, because a lot of times it's just about someone hearing you to the end of your logic, so you can hear yourself go, oh, I actually I'm better. Actually, I am good. Actually, I want to help other people. Actually, okay.
Yeah, that was my realization. The more I started to talk about it, the more I was like, oh my God, I need to tell people. Like, I need to tell people. But I had to start at home. I did have to start at home. My parents didn't know, so I finally told them, and I'm
so proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, I told my mom, and then a while later I told my dad, and that was couple of very interesting, kind of hard conversations.
Yeah.
But they needed to be had, and I'm glad I did it. But
I think that the goal and I'm so proud of you, baby. That's so great. I think that the goal of any person who's been abused or has this kind of trauma, especially when it comes to like intimacy and sexual connection and things like that, is to be, don't necessarily like let your past happen to you. You know what I mean? It happened, but you get to create the story of what you want it to be.
That's right.
It happened, but you get to be the creator. You should get to a point where you want to thank your abuser for the lesson that he gave you, even as obscure as it was, as crazy as it was and how it was delivered. You want to get to that point. You should I know that seems like a feat, right, to anybody who's been abused.
It's like, yeah, I don't want to thank that person.
But you had that moment today.
I did have that moment
where you was like, we wouldn't have met you, or we weren't searching for how to heal and how to help other people through this and create intimacy games. And honestly, we wouldn't have our lap dance. We wouldn't have, us talking to you in this Hush No More. We wouldn't have this, and we wouldn't be able to reach other people because that didn't happen. So your past kind of makes you who you are now. So it's, in some odd way, you can be thankful for it at some point when you get to that level.
It takes some time.
Some people never get there.
You might not. And you might not. I feel as if I'm strong, and I feel like I'm at a point. I'm in the entertainment business anyways. So being a professional dancer, being a model, doing all these things, I'm in the limelight, and I felt like as if I was holding something back that I could be giving to my community because of what's happened to me. And I know that some of my family, my friends might not agree with me sharing or the way that I'm sharing it or how I'm doing it. But like we talked about, this is Tarian's journey. This is for me.
Right.
I want to help others. I want others to hear my story. And if somebody don't like it, don't listen. That's how I feel. If you like it, don't listen. Don't need you in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't about you. This is about me and my life and our journey that we are taking together. And I think because we have a business together and we are doing the Art of Lap Dance, I think because of my trauma, it's only done more, but to help.
Yeah, it's definitely like giving us
more
insight on people and how to cater our program to people who have been abused, who have intimacy issues in their relationships. So like, you can come to us and get a whole bunch of fun intimacy games because we didn't work it out. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a game. Give me a game.
Oh, okay.
What's a game that couples could play?
One game that you could play. Okay. So for instance, I'm gonna share this. So we have to sometimes. She developed a like for like cheating, or what was it?
I guess cheating.
Yeah. So so there was this thing where like, okay, so cheating is attractive, right? You
can't have. It's something I want, something that I can't have.
Right. You want something you can't have. But she can have me. But if I create a character that she can have, then she gets to play out that sexual fantasy, right? So now I create a character named Zane, and she's Thea, right? And so now she cheats on me with Zane. So it's a fun game we play. So sometimes I'll text her and be like, "So is your boyfriend home? Hi, what you doing tonight?" That kind of stuff. And so now we get to, but you got to be committed to your character. So like,
okay.
And we performing, so that's easy for us. So we be in it.
And sometimes, and for me, it takes me out of being Tarian all the time. Like I have to be this professional dancer and this person and the da da da. Now I'm Thea, and Thea can do what she wants. She can speak to whoever she wants. She can be with whoever she wants. And
she has permission.
You got the whole.
That's a wig and everything.
Yeah. So that's
she has her own persona. Yeah. She's her own person. So yes, I think stuff like that, little cute couple stuff. And I think keeping the intimacy alive, even doing the smallest of things. Like Dantriell will come up and he'll just, massage my shoulders if I'm washing dishes.
Yeah.
Or, I'll come up and like.
Oh yeah, that's really important. Finding the moments in your everyday to flirt. Excessively flirt. Like, not just to, hey baby, how you doing? I'm talking about some like, hey baby, how you doing?
Like all in the face.
I would like to tell you a couple things.
While we're in the house.
So, yeah, and she's just doing the dishes because man, that's so important. It keeps the fun, it keeps it alive, it keeps you wanting each other. You know what I mean?
Do you remember that time that we played a game in the club?
Oh.
We went to the club together. He was working at the club and I was there just with him.
Oh yeah.
And he like left me and then he started to flirt with me across the room like he was another man in the club trying to hit on me. So he was like, "Oh, I got this drink. You're so beautiful." He did the thing. And so it was like, not like, "Oh, I got this new man in front of me." It's my man with a different persona, you know, flirting with me, making me feel just as, you know, as beautiful as he does when we're at home. So keep the flirt alive.
Yeah, keep the flirt alive.
Keep the flirt alive.
Yo, and just like, if you need some ideas, we got them, you know, like we always coming up with, like, it's also like based off who you are too, you know, like if you work on computers or if you're a doctor or a nurse or something like that, you know, use what you know to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, be the nurse, be that thing. Oh, you need to be taken care of. I you know,
I can take care of you.
I can take care of you. Like somehow, you know, it's all about how you present it. You know, that's all about. It's all about presentation.
How you present it.
Okay. Yeah.
I know sometimes people have, and you will startle me if you walk up and touch me, right? You walk up and touch me. So was that something that you had to work on for him to just walk up and touch you? Or are you okay with just touch without permission?
I think, you want me to go or you?
I'm thinking.
I think that I have just touch skills in general because I was a male exotic entertainer. So I had to handle women every night, you know, and not in sense to them, but I had to, you know what I mean? Like go over here and they're kind of like drunk or whatever. So my skill is like, I never really like grab. It's always like in ballroom, it's kind of like you ask for permission and then you kind of just lead them to where you want to go. You don't force them.
Oh, okay.
He's never like, "Come here, girl."
Yeah, never that.
He never does that.
But I'm assertive in my tone and in my presence. I'm like,
so he,
yeah, you know, like I want you to
me.
come, and then maybe I'll lean away so she can stay connected to me, or I'll connect to her, and then I'll lean away so I know she's with me. You know what I mean? So just having those little things, those are tips and tricks too, you know, in dealing with somebody who has had trauma. Like you said, somebody can't just come up and touch you and start rubbing your shoulders, but ask permission to hold your hand, and they can be like, "Would you prefer a handshake or would you like a hug?" And you can choose. Oh, I think I want a hug, and then it actually has to be like, a lot of people don't know how to hug either. Like, so hugging is a big thing. Like, you know, like when you hug somebody, you should hug them on this side so you guys can be
heart should touch.
Heart to heart, and things like that, and actually embrace each other and hold it for like 8 seconds so y'all can feel the chemical exchange there. And that's just something simple that you can do for somebody who has severe trauma to touch and things like that. It's just asking permission, waiting for them to respond, let them choose into the moment. Those kind of things are really important.
I love that you should hug heart to heart.
Definitely.
I must not know how to hug. I never thought of that before.
Not how to hug. Who was like, okay, you're going to learn how to hug today?
It wasn't right. Class and elective in college.
You didn't go to high school and be like, we're going to teach you guys how to hug properly. You know, like it's hard enough to communicate.
It is.
Let alone hug. So
you don't ever hear that. Like, how should you hug? Like, you get a church hug or the little side hug, but ain't no real hug.
Hugs you can give.
This drives me nuts.
Oh yeah, don't pet anybody. Nobody's a dog. Stop petting each other. Stop petting each other. Stop it.
We need warm embraces.
And when you pet somebody, it's just you being nervous because you're afraid of the actual connection.
Yeah.
You actually pay attention to why you pet someone. And if you do it, if you listen to me and you're like, I do pet people, it's because you're nervous. You're nervous of actually connecting
with that person,
feeling what this person feels. And sometimes maybe you don't want to feel it. So you need to ask to shake hands. So you maybe need to realize that about yourself, because what we discovered about her was that she's a neutral energy. So she takes energy on, but she doesn't get rid of it. Me, I'm like a crystal ball. Like whatever you shine on me, I'm gonna shine right back at you. You know what I mean? And you might not like it, and that's okay. That's what you're giving me. I'm gonna give it right back to you. With her, she takes it and it stays in her, and it doesn't go anywhere. So too many energies. Now you got all this energy inside of you. It's too overwhelming. So you have to like go take time for yourself, or disappear or whatever.
I do that.
And so it's just important to know, like, if I'm about to hug this person, am I in a good space to hug? Actually, I am in a good space. Like, talk to yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to ask, and don't think you stupid for doing that. That's the bravest thing you could do is talk to yourself and get aligned with you
and connect with the fact that, you know what, I am not cool with this.
Not cool, right?
I'm not cool with it. I don't want you to hug me.
Yeah, I don't want you to hug me. I don't want you to hug me, but
I respect you, but let's shake hands.
Yeah. And then I guess being graceful around that, you like, I don't want you to hug me, but I am open to, having a conversation.
We can talk.
We can have a conversation, and maybe I want to hug you later. Just give me time to get to know you real quick. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, let the person know what they need to do to be with you. Because a lot of times, if you don't let the person know who you are or what it is, then they stay lost and ignorant, and then they just move off of what they've been through, and that might continuously upset you or your relationship. So
I like that. I think that's really good advice. So sometimes you're in a relationship and the other person has no clue what to do. You do have to verbalize what your needs are, what your wants are, what your desires are. You have to talk about that. And you also have to figure out how to get to that point.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know what it is that you like. So you got to work with yourself to try to figure out what is it that you like. Because how can you expect somebody else to satisfy and please you when you don't know yourself?
That is, I'm so happy you said that. That is one of the things that I wish people would stop assuming for another person, because there's so much pressure on the other person, whichever way it is. Stop assuming that this person has the answer to all your sexual desires. We do not. Nobody has that but you, and you gotta let somebody know.
I like this, and this.
Yeah, or give me a synopsis. You know what I'm saying? Like at least something, a syllabus, something. It's
I like just, when you touch my hair, or I like when you.
Oh, you like? Well, so you like?
I do like when he gets into the scalp. See, a lot of Black women don't like this. Whatever, but when my afro is out. I like his hands in my head because I like the way that feels, and that does something for me. So
and I might be scared doing it because my mama did let me touch her hair. So what I learned about Black women's hair is
don't touch a Black woman's hair.
Exactly, not the scalp. What?
Unless I ask you not to. You know what I'm saying? If I just got the do done, then I'm like, okay, don't touch it. But there are times where I literally take his hand and I'm like, in my head,
and I'm like, you sure?
And I'm like, yes.
I have to,
Okay, I love that. And then every woman is not the same. Every man is not the same. And I know that I might have some men that are listening as well who are having this same problem. So men have been abused and they have the same problem as well. And this is not just sexual abuse, it's domestic violence. How do you get healthy after having a domestic violence relationship, having somebody that was supposed to love you that did not love you? If it's incest and your dad or your mom was supposed to love you, and they abused you, so it's really hard to have those healthy relationships after all of that.
Yeah, for sure.
It is.
I'm glad that we're talking about this because it affects so many people. So.
Yeah, as I was posting all of this stuff, I had several people reach out to me like, I'll be listening. And someone gave me an example of something with their boyfriend had happened to them. And they came out about it. The boyfriend came out about it. And they didn't know how to handle the situation. And then they saw that I was doing this podcast and that we'll be talking about healthy relationships, and was like, I'm definitely tuning in. It's just having the conversation. I think a lot of things could be prevented if we just communicated more, and like, I think if maybe when I was younger, someone had communicated a little more to me about certain things, about sex and where you should be touched and where you shouldn't be touched, and when it is allowed to be touched in that way. It was always like, don't touch you here, but they can touch you here. Right. But when is it okay to touch me in the other places? When I want it, you know what I'm saying? Like, not when it's forced on me. So,
I think another cool thing to add to that is like, when do you want it? When do you want to be touched? When because a lot of times we talk about what we don't like, what we don't want, what I'm not going to do, what I ain't going to do. That's not very positive for the guy. I would like to
you're your partner.
Like, it's like, you keep telling me what you don't want. I don't know what you do want.
Give me the things you like.
So like try to catch yourself. That's like kind of a self-realization moment, right? Like, I keep saying what I don't like. Okay, what do I want? And it's the hardest thing, right? What do you want? Like, if I just ask you, what do you want right now? You'd be like, I don't know. That's the first thing you think, that she a little hungry.
I'm a little hungry.
A little hungry. So those things are immediate. You know when you got to go to the bathroom. You know you need to eat. You know you need to. But like, when do you know when you want to be touched? Do you know how you want to be touched? You know, do you know the pressure of how you want to be touched? Do you like to be choked? Do you like to be spanked? Do you like to? What sensation do you like? Do you like it thuddy, stingy? You know, all feathers. Like what are those sensations? So like explore the sensations, explore how that person like, and don't judge because the person don't know, and stop making it the other person's responsibility to know everything. They like stop making the guy's responsibility because that's what really it is. It's always like, what did he love you right? Yeah, he loved me right. Well, how did he love you? Well, I don't know. He just did this thing. Well, what is that? You know what I mean?
Like what felt good about the thing that he did all the time?
It's like, what is that? You know? And so, because it's like, it's really cool. It's a cool factor, right? It's cool when the guy just knows and he's sexually intuitive. It's cool to tell your girlfriend, like, he just knew, girl. He knew how to touch me and everything. But
then again, it's not cool at the same time because he did one thing right, but he did like 8 things you didn't like.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and it also it's like it's not cool for the guy. Like it's like we want to know, like we actually do want to please you. So it's like, and if we don't know, and also, man, all those like, you know, YouTube advice channels about how guys should be with women, it's just toxic masculinity trying to teach toxic masculinity. That's dumb to me. So like, what it really is you got to start with you know, and then be honest with the person. So like, vulnerability is the way to get through anything. If you be vulnerable with a person, you can get through shame, you can get through heartache, whatever. Just be vulnerable and be okay. And then say thank you. You know what I mean? Like we thank each other all the time
for sharing,
just for sharing the information, because you didn't have to do that, you know? And so just be thankful for all those things and be vulnerable and thankful. I think those are the 2 like tips, tricks too. Like, when's the last time you were really authentically vulnerable with your partner and told the truth about whatever it was?
The truth, that's the main thing.
Yes, truth. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can't have on this fake mask. You can't live this facade. You can't just lead a life of secrecy. You have to be forthcoming and truthful with your partner.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's a great takeaway.
And led us to, you know, doing all these great things, and you know, truth led us to greatness. You know what I mean? So
it opens those doors.
It opens the doors, you know, and it keeps everything flowing with the even exchange of energy. You know, when you have an even exchange with your partner, it's easy to love that person. When you feel like the exchange is not even, then you start to place blame and fault and look for outside sources to fix your problems, because the exchange of energy isn't even. You know, so how do you make the exchange even? You communicate on the same level. You don't hit below the belt when you guys are having arguments, right? Don't say something you know is going to upset the person. Like, and if you do say it, be like, I apologize about that, but this is how I feel. Because, you know, you're never wrong about sharing your feelings, how you feel about something. But when you say you did this to me, or you made me feel this way, that places blame, and now you start conflict, right? So like, to alleviate that conflict, just be vulnerable and say how you feel, you know?
This is how I feel in the moment.
Yeah. How I feel right now.
Yeah. I love that. I do have some comments for you all.
Yes, sure.
Comments said this is such a big and crucial topic for survivors. Thank you, Dantriell and Tarian, right?
Yeah.
Geneva said it was a great topic as well. And Suzanne was waiting on tips and tricks, right?
Well, I'll not dance ahead of that for you.
Yeah, you got the tips and tricks, because she was waiting on it. Like, I need to know these tips and tricks that you all have. Juanita said that you all both were brave enough to explore, so that's really good, right? Mm-hmm. Susie said that's awesome meditation. She loves it. Francis said, I'm really enjoying this topic. Keep doing what you do. Beautiful couple. And so that's pretty cool, right? For Tarian, how did you get to the point of being comfortable with the flirtatious touch?
It's a everyday comfortability. Like I said, sometimes he can touch me and I can freak out, and then sometimes it works. One thing I've noticed maybe a month or so ago, he went and like kissed my neck, like he does, and I had a whole flashback. And normally I would just kind of push him away, walk away from it. I kept him there. I pushed his face even further into my neck. And I said, I'm okay. I'm okay. You love me. You're doing this out of love. You're not here to hurt me. You're not here to harm me. You love me. I love you. You're showing your affection to me. So I just literally had his head just in my shoulder the whole time. So I could train. I'm at the point where I'm training my body to understand that it's not under attack anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't have to be under attack no more. That this man loves me. He wants what's best for me, and that he's touching me out of love and out of intimacy, and not because he's trying to take from me. He's not trying to take anything from me. So I think just keeping in mind when the things happen and you're like, why are they doing this? Or you're having a flashback, just remember who the person is in front of you now, not the person that did the thing to you.
Why do I'm feeling emotional about that? Like just that experience for you to pull him closer and talk through this emotion and feel like you're safe with him. I think that's important, to feel safe. Yes. To speak it out loud. You know, this is not him. This is not the person that abused me. You know, I love that. And I think that is great advice. And I'm really proud of you for pushing yourself through the point. Man, that's not easy.
It's not.
All, right? Stay in that moment while you're having a flashback and to work it through with him.
I think that's like the advanced version of coming to realization about your trauma too. It's now that you realize that it comes up, you recognize your triggers, and then you work through your triggers. So you continue the process of whatever is triggering you, so it doesn't have power over you. So that's what she was doing. She was kind of reclaiming her power in that moment about a situation that normally gives her the heebie-jeebies in what she wants to run away from. So and it scared me a little bit because it felt like she was speaking in tongues to me or some shit. You know, I was like,
I just was like, I'm okay.
I was like,
I was so intense about it. Like he was there and I was like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm okay too.
You
I'm
love
good.
me.
Yeah, I love you.
I'm okay. Yeah. And he's just like, I'm here. I'm like,
all right.
I'm like, you
keep
stay
going
there.
Now? Is that a fight?
No, I'm not done yet. You stay right here.
Stay right there.
On my neck until I say we're done. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the power to say that this is over when it's over.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't over because he was taking advantage of you. You were able to control the situation and timing and everything.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Awesome. That's a great question. Saren said she's proud of y'all. So that's really nice.
It's my best friend, Tarian. Love you. It was probably Tarian.
Supporting. There's nothing like a best friend supporting. So that's pretty cool. Suzanne said, how do you know when the person you're intimate with is wrong for you? Where is that line?
Probably like the first month. You know, like I think it's annoying.
You have to listen to your intuition.
Yeah, there it is.
If those flags start to come up, we like to ignore them because we're like, oh, this person has potential. Like they got the car, they got the job, they got the glitz, the glam, the thing. No.
Have you experienced that, Tarian, in a past relationship when you knew that this person wasn't somebody you should be intimate with?
Yeah. We just could never see eye to eye on anything, honestly. And sexually, we were actually okay. It was everything else outside of that him and I had problems with. And he was very controlling and he wanted certain things his way. And he would accuse me of stuff. He accused me of cheating on him with a friend of mine that I had never done anything or even saw in that kind of way. Matter of fact, he ended up dating one of my best friends. So how could I cheat on you with someone like that? And so it was 10 months. It was only a 10-month relationship, but I just was like,
that's a long time.
It's long enough for me to be like, I should have been left 6 months ago, or I should have never got into this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that key signs to pick up on is like, what is from the man's perspective, like, what is the conversation like? Do you feel enriched, and joyful, and supportive when you leave the conversation? Or do you feel like, we got a lot of work to do, or this is going to be rough? Like, if you feel that every time you have a conversation, then
maybe we should have no more conversations.
Right. some valuation.
So essentially what you're saying is how can you be intimate when you can't even have a conversation?
No.
Exactly.
Because for me, like I live by 6 words. I'm actually trying to write a book soon about it, but it's communication leads to great connection. And with any communication and connection, you have to have integrity with that connection and communication. And then you have to figure out how to create freedom in those things. And then you have to have gratitude. So I kind of filter everything through that. So it's a good filter to have. Like, are you having good communication? Is a good communication lead to good connection? Is he does you guys have integrity with each other? Are y'all telling the truth? Can you be vulnerable? Is everything he's saying or she's saying, do you believe it? You know? Or do you have to like get proof from your friend? Like, did he say that or did I believe him? You know how like you talk
to girl, like
do you
he
think,
had said this thing. What
right,
does that, what does that mean?
Yeah.
No, I should be asking him. You said X, Y, and Z. What does that mean?
And he can't go directly tell you this is what this means. And he hasn't done the work for himself. So then he's not connected with him. So then it's like, you know, asking the questions about that. Like, so when's the last time you took self-reflected and meditated? And what have you learned about yourself in the last 2 years? You know, that's a good question to ask somebody. I always ask this question. I go, what are 3 things you love about yourself? And when is the last time you did some self-reflecting or self-work? Because if you're not taking care of yourself, I know you can't take care of me. You know,
you can't contribute to what we got going on over here.
Like, because then that's just adding more work to the workload. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about being in a relationship is you want to have somebody to make that workload easier. You know what I mean? So you guys can lean on each other in times of heartache. So really being connected. So like check in with that person and see if they even connected with themselves. That's a good way to like judge it. I do that. When I met her, that's exactly what we did. But it was like, I don't know, our relationship was different when we met because we just had an instant.
We had an instant connection.
Yeah, it was just crazy. So
yeah. But I like that. So essentially you're saying it's before you get intimate.
Oh,
yeah. It should be.
You can make a mistake though. So you think a person pretty cool.
Want to do things.
Right, you just do it, and then you're kind of like, all right. But then you still should go through the same thing. You should, have those conversations. I feel like if you're questioning the conversation every time you're having one with this person, maybe this is not someone that you should spend much more time with.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it.
I am taking notes on that, right? I am, and I have some friends that I need to tell that to. So that's pretty cool. I like that.
Like, girl, let them go.
Yeah,
let them go. It's not
guys are the worst. Like we hold on to girls because we just happy to be getting some. So
right,
it's
we're
like
just here. She's hot.
She's here. She's hot. I got the thing. Like I'm gonna just stick through whatever. No, bro, you got feelings too. And you got emotions, and they need care.
Yeah.
So is this person adding joy to your life, value to your life? Are you guys creating a space where you feel safe with each other on a continuous basis? Like, because there's sometimes, there was one time I was hearing a story from one of my friends, and they was driving in a car, and he was driving all crazy, and she like, excuse me, it's 2 of us in this car. You know what I mean? You could drive like that. It's like, do you even care enough about her safety to not drive like how you normally drive, to change your behavior to make sure you both feel safe? Like if little things like that aren't being taken care of, then maybe it's not the best choice.
I love it. Yeah. All right. So we have gone over an hour. I love talking to both of you. I tell you that we could talk all night.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. There's some last things that maybe we didn't hit that you want to share.
Okay.
Before we get out of here.
Yeah, I got one thing.
He got a quote. He got quotes. I
love quotes. Quotes are my favorite.
Okay.
So I like to share a quote that I shared with her today when she had a conversation earlier. It says, if you could erase all the mistakes of your past, you would also erase all of the wisdom of your present. Remember the lesson, not the disappointment. I think that that's a really great quote, and it really ties into this subject because if you've been abused or things have happened to you, it doesn't have to become your present. It doesn't have to. It's actually molded you. You know what I mean? It's actually brought you wisdom, so you can learn from that and remember the lessons in the abuse, in the thing. It's hard, but it's also something that you can strive to like learn from. Like, oh, okay, that was a lesson. Let me see how I can use this in my present to benefit me now.
And you start to even recognize things in your life that are like, no. From that, I know that that's not going to work anymore. You know, like I also know that I won't tolerate this, and the third anymore because of what I've already learned and what I've already been through.
And then and the other one that I have, this is my last one, I promise. But I just think it's important. It's something that I read every day that gives me strength. Don't change so people will like you. Be yourself, and the right people will love the real you.
Right? I love that. Yep, yeah. I love that. Yeah, you can't change what happened to you, right? No. You can't change that, but the right person to come along that loves you. So that is nice. Yeah. I love that. Yes. The right person will come along that loves you. Can you tell us about your event that you're doing for Valentine's Day? Tell us about the 13th, because I really want people that are just struggling in a relationship, if you're going through any type of trauma, even if you're single, to actually participate in your event, because I think it's phenomenal. So what's going on February 13th?
Yeah, I'll start off. So
and I'll finish it.
February 13th, Art of Lap Dance presents to you a virtual Valentine's Day experience. Art of Lap Dance is a conscious new way for adults to play. So if you're looking for a conscious way to play with your partner, Art of Lap Dance is for you. We're doing it virtual Zoom, so you can do it from home, wherever you are. All you need is a chair, a tie, and some space.
And some of those tips and tricks that we were talking about, we will be implementing within the Art of Lap Dance. It's about an hour workshop, like an hour experience, rather.
Yeah.
Him and I go through some of the basic movements and basic things of a lap dance, but we also educate you on how to be more intimate with your partner or with yourself, and what ways you can use that in your everyday life. So
and our whole goal in the Art of Lap Dance is to give you things that you can take away from and use in your life and in your relationship, whether you're single or married or with a partner or whomever. And no matter what your sexual orientation is, it does not matter, because it's catered to masculine and feminine energy, and we all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us, and we choose to lead one of those. So getting in tune with either the one you're not in tune with, or getting better in tune with the one that you like to lead with, is what Art of Lap Dance is all about. So remember, it's a conscious new way for adults to play. It's Afrocentric, educational, interactive entertainment. And I'm really excited about it. And we've been working really hard on it.
Yeah, we have. And so, you were the inspiring factor for the virtual workshop, because when we talked to you, you were like, you got something going on? And we was like, no. Like,
needed.
I do.
Yeah, I think that it is needed. And some people have a different a perception of what lap dancing is, but it really is intimate. It's like a form of intimacy between couples, and it's something that you could do together and in your own home. You don't have to be perfect. Like, they're probably not going to be nowhere near like you two are, but they can learn to do this together and actually grow together. And so I think it's phenomenal. The website, www.nightraylasvegas.com.
Yeah. Night Ray Las Vegas.
That's where you can book your tickets. And then if you have any questions or things you want to just personally contact us, you can go to www.artoflapdancelv.com. Yeah.
I love it.
Actually, contact us. Email us.
Yeah, email us.
Yeah.
And you can email you. Yeah. I really like that.
It's at Gmail.
Yeah, you said the website.
I did say the website.
So we don't use that website. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's www.
No,
it's just email.
Yes.
So artoflapdancelv@gmail.com.
Artoflapdancelv@gmail.com. So they can email you. They can go to your website to actually register for the lap dance class. I think it'd be phenomenal. It's a healthy way for couples to really engage with each other. So thank you so very much. I'm really happy. And Tarian did not tell her story tonight, but she will be back on April the 6th. For Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and she's going to talk about childhood sexual abuse. And so she's phenomenal, and I know that you all will actually enjoy her. So I want to give you all some last minute words tonight. I do want people to just find love. Find somebody that could be kind to you. Just because you were abused, you went through some type of trauma, does not mean that you can't find love or find a healthy relationship. This is an example of that. And so I want you to be optimistic and keep searching and keep working on yourself so that when you do find that person that loves you and wants to be there with you, you're healthy enough to be in the relationship. And so I think that's so important for you all to do. So Hush No More Champion is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On February 16th, we are going to have Crystal here with us. And her topic is her or me? One has to go. That is going to be another great show, right? Okay. Third is Latasha. She's going to talk about red flags for teen dating violence. This is one that you want your kids to tune in. Parents, you need to be looking at this because you think it's not your child, and it is. So Teen Dating Violence month of February. So please tune in on February 23rd. March 2nd, Mary Knight will be here. We're going to talk about rituals and KKK child sexual abuse. So that's going to be one that's going to be interesting. I'll tell you all.
That is deep.
Yeah, like the KKK and child sexual abuse, I was just blown away. So I can't wait for you all to hear that one. And then on February 20th, it is the Hush No More anniversary. And so we're going to do Lady Self-Defense in Rock Hill, South Carolina. That is in between Columbia, South Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina. We're doing it live. We're going to social distance, giving out free gifts, right? Heal the Honeypot gave us some really good prizes and gifts for you all. We're going to have free food. Please wear your mask, something comfortable, and we will be social distancing. Then I am looking for individuals. For April 16th is our spoken word for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. If you are a poet, some type of artist, I would love for you to contact me so you could be part of our show. This is our second time doing spoken word. Last year was phenomenal. So we want to hear your art. We want to hear you pour out on paper. So join us April 16th. You all are welcome to come in and actually participate. Right? You might not be a poet, but you can come here and listen and cheer on the artists that we have. All of our events are actually online at www.hushnomore.org. You can register there. You can get more information about the awesome things that we are doing. We are preparing for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So there are a lot of events that are out there that you can participate on. And please share. I look forward to hearing from you. If you need us, we are always here. Our number is 1-888-285-2161. I said our website is www.hushnomore.org. You can find us on all the social media platforms. Message us, reach out to us, even if you just need somebody to listen. We are here. We also offer free counseling. So it does not matter where you live. You can get counseling via the internet, on the phone, or you can come in our office for counseling as well, because it's our goal to be able to support you because you have a right to heal and to share your story. So peace and blessings to you all. I hope that you all have enjoyed it tonight. I know I have. They are a beautiful couple, and thank you for joining me. So blessings to you both. And don't forget the Art of Lap Dance. Y'all go to their event. It's going to be pretty cool. So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.